Hey there. So another installment in the Let's Work the Problem part. And today we have this something related to psychology, right? We are not going to touch upon the whole psychology. Okay. So a part of it, there are certain hacks or tricks that are originated or that are made to kind of help us to go through our day-to-day life, to use it and make life easy. Things like we might have heard these behavioral etiquettes that you shouldn't be doing something because it reflects something. It says something else. Like basic non-verbal communications, right? Like the gestures, closing arm thing. It associates with that if you are having a conversation and your arms are closed, then it indicates that you are not interested, or basically you are disagreeing, or you are being like it's a negative etiquette, right? Another thing is, or you can say the beard, that if you are in a formal environment, you shouldn't be having beard. So what I am trying to make here is these things came up, and there are many more. I just given an example so that we have a baseline. These things originated because it's the way psychology works. At the point of time it originated, I guess, after World War II, when this whole globalization started to take place, and workforce, we started to go to office and all of that thing. So these etiquettes and all of that came from there to help uh, recognize, basically to easy our task, to make us more professional, right? But now what is happening, we are using it unconsciously, like without thinking about it. Does it even make sense, right? If I take with this clean shave example, so it came from that era, because having beard or mustache indicates that the person is not clean, like he might have not gone to haven't have showered, or so that's why his beard is so long and it's not clean. Rather, in today's time, it is not the fact, right? People do it consciously, and it's a part of a style statement. It becomes kind of a wardrobe thing. Okay, it's part of the body, and it is maintained. It is a thing that is maintained. But if you apply the same rule here in today's environment, does it going to make sense? So the thing that I'm touching here is, we are not acting out of our psychological response, right? We are started to act out of the information that we have fed in the name of, for this examples, this informal etiquettes, not informal, the non-verbal communication etiquettes, with the things of the closing arms. So if I just keep with this example, beard, imagine our PM Narendra Modi. Imagine now he used to have this beard and all, and he travels all around the world. Imagine if he is not having that and he is doing the same thing. Does it really going to impact? Because now it is being used as a tool to present to emphasize something, because it gives the aura. Just imagine this thing. Not Modi has not beard, and he's doing all the stuff that he's doing. Because I really feel, like I personally feel, he without, like, his face is not a kind of a, well, let me not comment on that. Like, he's not going to look that great. Okay, it's kind of going to look like a normal a normal person. So let's switch to another example, is closing arm gestures, and closing hand, and using the hand gestures while talking. So these all are coming from, so why we are now in a situation, we are acting out of not our obvious from inside. We started to respond because of the information that is fed. And the problem here is that information can be manipulated, right? Who is going to manipulate? Obviously us only, in other form, because the people that have to make money, they can put some other information, they can manipulate that thing. to generate their revenue and all, in the form of ads or something, and they are really doing it. They are really doing it, and rewiring of the definition of the things, how human perceives can change over time, right? And it depends on, but there are certain, rules of nature, and that you it's like the rules of physics, the golden rules of physics, that you can't change. Rules of Newton you can't change, right? There is a certain definition of beauty that is there, you can't change, that is there, and everything is kind of derived from those, the golden number that we know, kind of, when things going to multiply and it becomes a, and other things also. So this I don't know which tribe is, I think it's Maasai tribe only. They have this culture of wearing neck plates, something that there in their culture, having a long neck is sign of beauty. But when we see from here, it feels weird. It feels even if you saw pictures of that, it feels horrible. It looks horrible, right? But for them it becomes, because what happened, they rewired their definition, and now it became a standard of their definition of beauty, right? So I am, at the same time, I am also countering my own arguments of how I started with that, we tend to have this information based on, we are not acting out of psychology, that something is wrong or right, or things are, it is not based out of so let's say tomorrow we have this, for smiling face we do this smile, we use teeth, and for sad we kind of, someone has made this, let's say tomorrow the norm change, and the definition becomes that for shift, like for smile you have to do the sad face, and for sad, like, definition change, because this is a natural act, right? Whatever we do, we smile. It's not like we learn, like it's for children by birth, after having, coming to this world, they start to having it, and it's mostly I guess common in humans only. Like animals don't smile, like they do cry and all. If suddenly some humans change the definition and say no, if you want, you are happy, you have to make a that face, and if you are sad, you have to laugh means you have to, this is the sad definition. If we go with the textbook, if it can't have control over our own psychological, the way we behave uh, out of naturally, then they are definitely going to have control over it. And man, I am serious, like it is going to become a norm, and people are going to take it, going to even fight over it. So I recently came across this learning, which I used to comply to it, but I didn't know that it is a problem, and I was doing act of so the thing is, if you are having conversation with someone, and now with this smartphone era, if you're having conversation with someone, and if you are constantly checking your phone or busy with, then it kinds of gives the message that you are not interested, and it signals that something is off, right? And let's say we made this definition that you have to, whenever you're having conversation, you have to put your phone down, you have to put your phone aside. But my question is here is like, why not use this thing as a, like, if I'm really interested, like if the conversation is so valuable for me that I'm really interested, I am not going to look at my phone, right? No matter what, like if some call is there's some incoming call, I'm going to put it on silent and left it, because I'm having some genuine, some valuable conversation is going on with a one-to-one or in a group. Like making it a definition, making it a, giving it a rule tag, I don't know, like it might going to help, like so the thing is that we do it naturally. Okay, we use this thing, like we are having it, I'm not going to use the phone out of my natural tendency. But when we become it a rule, then for every conversation, everything, we act like we are interested, like this is rubbish, this is really I don't know, like even for the person in front of, it is kind of a, I must say, it gives a wrong signal to them, because if there is something off, that person has right to know, okay, maybe if he has done some presentation, okay, something is, it's like no clapping thing that we do. We kind of become a norm, a rule, that after someone is given a speech, we have to clap. We have to clap. It gives a wrong impression to even the presenter, that because it kind of confuses whether he's done well or not. So if you're generally, if you're literally acting out of yourself, out of your own psychology, out of your, not with the textbook definitions or whatever you have learned, then you're going to clap if you really like it, and you're going to make a whistle, you're going to, do other sorts of thing, going to do standing ovation or whatever, if you have really made an impact, if that thing has really made an impact. But we made this, after everything we have to do this, and that is, for my understanding, that is kind of a disrespect to the speaker, because he's not getting that feedback. Even if you're later, because the feedback should be genuine, right? uh, yeah, so I I think I have made my pretty much, yeah, that is all about it, and let's call it a day, and we'll see us another time. Thank you.